Hello, my sax playing friend Alexander here from saxophonemasterclass.com. I have a lesson for you today where I'm going to show you 3 different ways to play the G major scale on the saxophone. I'm going to show you all the fingerings step by step with the note names, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways to practice beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Please like this video and please subscribe if you want to get more lessons like this every single week. So we're starting with G, which is 3 fingers in the left hand, and we're going all the way up to G with the octave key. So the notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. And this is the simplest way to practice your G major scale. Just play every note and tongue every note as you're playing, like this. And if you want to get all the note names and all the fingerings for that scale, just go to saxophonemasterclass.com/G major and you can get all the note names and fingerings. But if you want to go more advanced, you can actually download my saxophone scale cheat sheets absolutely free at saxophonemasterclass.com/scales, and I give you all the different scales on the saxophone, every fingering on the sax, totally free, and you can learn your major scales, minor scales, pentatonic scales, and blues scales super easy by just reading the letter names, reading the notations, and using my fingering chart to learn each of those scales. So now I'm going to show you a more intermediate way of practicing G major, which is going up to the high D palm key, which is a little higher on the saxophone. Let me show you what I mean. So we're going to start on G, go all the way up to G with the octave key. And then we're going to keep going with the octave key into the high D palm key. So we're going to start on G, go to A, 2 fingers in the left hand and the octave key, B, 1 finger in the left hand and the octave key, C, which is that middle finger in the left hand and the octave key, and then all the way up to the D palm key, which is this key closest to you and the octave key. So it's just this key here and the octave key. So from that G with the octave key all the way up to D, it sounds like this. And then back down, sounds like this. So the way you want to practice it is starting on that low G, going all the way up to D, and then all the way back down to G again, like this. So that's a more intermediate way of practicing G major on the saxophone. But if you want to get more advanced, I'm going to show you another way that you should be practicing all your scales, which is going all the way up to the highest note you can play inside the scale of G major and then going down to the lowest note you can play inside the scale of G major. Let me show you what I mean. So again, we're starting on that low G, going all the way up to D with the palm key, and then we're going to go up even higher to E, which is that second palm key here, and this top side key here. And then if you're going to go up to F sharp and you have an F sharp key on your saxophone, which is this one, you press the 3 palm keys and that side F sharp key. If you don't have that, you can press the F key here, which is this top one, not B, but the one above that. This might look like one of these keys, and it's right above B, and then you press that and this A key, this middle finger here, and then you want to press this bottom key here, and that's going to make an F sharp. So that palm key F sharp was those 3 in the left, and then that side F sharp key here, and then the front F sharp was those 2 at the top and this bottom side key. So now we're starting on G, going all the way up to F sharp, all the way back down like this. But now we can go a step further and go even lower. So we're going to go down to low F sharp, low E, low D, low C, and low B. It sounds like this. And then we go back up to G. So this is the most pro way to play G major, and it sounds like this. So that's 3 ways to play G major on the saxophone from beginner, intermediate to pro. The beginner way is to just play 1 octave. The intermediate way is to play a 5th above the G with the octave key. And then finally, the pro way to play G major is to play the entire range of the saxophone, going all the way up to the highest note you can play, down to the lowest note you can play, and then back to where you started on the G note. So again, if you want to get the basic fingerings for G major, go to saxophoneMasterclass.com/G major to download those fingerings absolutely free. But if you're more advanced, check out my saxophone scale cheat sheets, which are also absolutely free at saxophoneMasterclass.com/scales, and you can start learning every single fingering for every single scale on the saxophone, including major scales, all the minor scales, pentatonic scales, and blues scales. So go ahead and check that out. It's completely free, and there's links in the description of this video as well. Alright my friend, make sure to check out the other lessons on my channel. If you want to learn G major step by step with ease, I have another video on that, and I also have a video on how major scales are formed on the saxophone, and I have tons of other lessons on how to improve your technique, how to learn songs step by step, and how to improve your tone, as well as much more. So go ahead and check out those lessons, like and subscribe if you want to get more weekly lessons from me, and until next time, happy playing.